Rahim. Does our name affect our spirit, and what is the best way to choose a proper name?
Bismillahir. Of course our name affects the spirit. And the other thing also, foolishness that has come in this last century, people choosing their own names. Since when are you going to choose your name? With a name comes knowledge. Adam alayhi salam was taught the names. With the names of Allah comes everything. With the names of the Prophet alayhi salam comes everything. And we begin everything in the name of Allah. And we begin everything with that name of Allah, including the name of the Prophet alayhi salam. Because yes, Allah is Rahmaanir and Raheem. But who has the most of that sifat? Holy Prophet ﷺ is undeniable. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is there, He's one. But His beloved one is always with Him. You understand? So, you don't choose your own names. What are you going to do? Go on the internet and to look, and I like this and I don't like this. In the old days, they don't even choose the names of the babies until they see certain signs, certain characteristics. You see, even as something as simple as choosing a name, which is a very important thing, it requires a whole system. And that system is called Islam. That has been an Islamic civilization, a deen, a lifestyle that has been destroyed since the fall of the Khilafat. And in the old days, people don't live separate, they live together. People are not selfish, they share what they have. People trusted each other. They live in a village, they live in a community. The Jami, the Masjid, Jami meaning the place for gathering, Jamaat. Allah is Jami, Ya Jami, the one who gathers. The Masjid is the gathering people. So people see each other 5 times a day. And they know each other, how to help each other's problems. They grow up together. They have generations of children together. These days it is all lost because we're looking to have selfish lifestyle, independent lifestyle, lifestyle that is based on me, not on the nation, not on your community. Lifestyle that first and foremost you have to satisfy your own self. This is not part of Islam. So in the old days, yes. When a baby is born, in the old days, any community, there is a head. There is a village leader. Or there's some holy people, or there's some people with authority. And those ones living, they don't just want to name their kids, any name that they want, or name themselves. They go and they ask these ones. Just as, you know, in modern life, if you need something done, you hire a specialist, right? The one who is best suited for the job, and you have to pay money. Even if it's just advice, you pay money. You want to get the best. So, it's like that. But people have lost that logic when it comes to lifestyle and Islamic lifestyle. They say Islam is just praying 5 times a day and doing all these obligations. Other than that, you can live as you like. No, it is not. It is wrong. Very wrong. And very poisonous. So those holy ones, those ones with authority, those ones with wisdom, they wait and they see certain signs either from the child or elsewhere, or a vision or inspiration. Then that is given, that name is given to the child. And that child now, that person now, will start to grow according to the name that he's carrying. These days, new style, especially I'm seeing in Southeast Asia, they like very fancy names. They don't like the simple Islamic names. They like long, fanciful names that really has no real meaning, but it just sounds very fancy. Huh? Wrong. Whatever that you choose the name for that kid, you want that person to have the characteristics of that. And it's something that one can carry. All our lives, we grew up in Muslim communities. We come here, suddenly we see so many strange things. I've never in my life, there are certain names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we know is just so holy that you don't play around with. You cannot even make a zikr of that sifat, of that name. But you see people are just playing with it. For example, I've never heard, or growing up, maybe I'm very unexposed, I don't know. I've never heard someone calling themselves Abdul Qudus. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have you heard maybe in Pakistan, maybe in India, maybe you've heard maybe, but I've never heard all my life. Until I came here and I see someone named Abdul Qudus. I said, but they think it's okay, because this naming thing is just something that they just choose, they like, and they just put. So now it comes with a lot of heaviness. Either the person cannot carry. You see, in the old days too, if the name is given to the kids, the parents like a name, they choose, but the kid is always getting sick, always falling, always doing this, and we ask, your kid is always having accidents, so much nazar on him. What is your kid's name? Oh, we call him Wahid. Why you call him Wahid? Wahid is the name of Allah. It means alone, isn't it? Why are you giving him that kind of name? Oh, because we like. Okay. What can we do? Why are you not giving him simple names like Saleh, righteous? Give him a nice name like Fatima, like Hassan. Why you have to pick names for show? In the old days, especially during the time of the Ottomans, they would not even name their boys, the males, the full name of the Prophet ﷺ. But they would name him with a derivative. You will not find so many called Muhammad ﷺ, because that name is the most perfect name. There's no higher name than that, other than Allah's names. And the name itself, when you mention it, whatever believer, unbeliever, you like or you don't like, when you say it, you're praising him. The most highly praised. And Prophet ﷺ saying, name your sons after me. That so much blessings coming. The hadith is continuing. But Prophet ﷺ has hundreds of names. It's not one. And out of respect, only the highest level saints and holy people, they carry the name. Because when that name is mentioned, you have to give salawat. When you say Muhammad ﷺ, you have to give salawat, and your heart has to shake a little bit. That's why we're doing this. Sahaba Kiram did this because their hearts start to shake. But Prophet ﷺ had so many names. Ahmad, Mahmud, Mehmet. So many. That you may also get the blessings. What happens now? You have people, especially Arabs, they have pizza stores, or they have convenience stores, grocery stores, that they sell liquor. I mean, I'm not just saying Arabs, so many other people also. And they call that grocery store Muhammad's grocery store, or Muhammad's pizza, isn't it? Now this name then, you're lowering it. So number one, don't choose your own name. Ask someone who has wisdom. And yes, it does affect you spiritually. Everything affects you spiritually, especially your name. And the best name to choose is Abdullah. Because the Prophet ﷺ loved that name. This is his most favorite name. Inshallah Rahman, may we live up to the names that has been given to us. And whoever that you're named after, be busy with that one. Find out who that one is. If you have a kid and that kid is named after you, and that kid is always asking you for help, you say, wouldn't you help him? Especially if the kid is named after you. Don't say that those who are slain in the way of Allah as being dead, they are fresh and alive. So those ones that we are named after, the good ones, if they're named after prophets or saints, and they die, they pass in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as shahids, they are there always to pray for us and to help us. Amin Allahu tawfiq. Fatiha. Tamam.
Bismillahir, Raheem. Does our name affect our spirit, and what is the best way to choose a proper name?
Bismillahir. Dastur Madar. Of course our name affects the spirit. And the other thing also, foolishness that has come in this last century, people choosing their own names. Since when are you going to choose your name? With a name comes the Prophet ﷺ. Because yes, Allah is Rahmaanir and Raheem, but who has the most of that sifat? Holy Prophet ﷺ is undeniable. Because of his knowledge. Adam ﷺ was taught the names. With the names of Allah comes everything. With the names of the Prophet ﷺ comes everything. And we begin everything in the name of Allah. And we begin everything with that name of Allah, including the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is there, He's one. But His beloved one is always with Him. You understand? So, you don't choose your own name.